I haven't.
You walked past me with a drone.
I haven't got a drone up.
Where is the drone?
Pardon?
Where's the drone? Right. Listen to me, just go over a sec.
What?
Right. You've obviously got the drone up.
I haven't.
Well, you have.
No, I haven't.
Just listen to me.
No, you listen to me.
Right.
I haven't got a drone up.
Just listen to me.
Go ahead.
So what's that then?
That's some drone footage.
Right. Okay. So where's your drone?
Huh?
Where's your drone?
What's it got to do with you, buddy?
Right. Just so you know, you are committing an offence.
I'm not committing an offence at all. Am I flying at this minute?
Listen to me.
Am I flying?
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Right.
Just to let you know, we'll contact the Civil Aviation Authority to put a temporary ban on flying.
Mate, he said I'm flying. Now I'm not.
So,
am I flying?
So where's your drone?
What's it going to do with you guys? I'm not flying a drone.
The first officer approaches with immediate accusations, insisting the auditor is committing an offense by flying his drone, even though the auditor calmly explains that the drone has already landed. Confused, the officer points to the controller's screen, mistaking recorded footage for a live broadcast. The auditor clarifies that it's simply playback, yet the officer refuses to reconsider and repeats his claim without any evidence the drone is still in the air. The situation escalates when a second officer joins and declares they're contacting the CIA to request a temporary flight restriction, an admission that none existed during the actual flight. That detail alone shows the auditor violated no law. What we're witnessing is law enforcement attempting to create rules after the fact and use them retroactively against someone who followed regulations from the start, turning a routine interaction into an unnecessary confrontation.
Just crack on with your job.
Right. Under Article 256 of the air navigation, you are committing an offence.
Offence? Am I flying a drone at this minute?
Near the building.
Look, the joypad's not moving. Look at that, guys. He's just said I'm committing an offence.
They can fly themselves. It's not stupid. I own a drone myself.
You want a drone? So am I committing an offence now?
Yes, you are.
So are you arresting me then? Are you arresting me?
I'm going to take your details and someone just...
I'm not giving you the details.
Right, well, I have to arrest you.
Go on then. Go on then.
Right, okay.
I'm not flying a drone.
The officer cites Section 206 of the Air Navigation Rules and immediately claims an offense is being committed, prompting the auditor to ask whether he's actually flying a drone at that exact moment. The officer insists it's happening near the building, even as the auditor points out that nothing on the controller is moving and the drone is clearly not in the air. Despite this, the officer insists the offense is ongoing. When the auditor calmly asks whether he's being arrested, the officer shifts to demanding personal details. The auditor declines, stating he's not obligated to provide them, and the officer responds by threatening arrest. The auditor stands firm, reminding the officer that without evidence of a flight, the accusation has no ground, yet the pressure continues as the officer escalates the situation without justification.
Flying a drone. My drone's in my bag, you pair of muppets.
Give us the drone.
Mate, you've just am I being detained? Detained for what?
Committing an offence under the Aviation Act, okay? I have told you that. I have asked you...
Am I being detained?
I've asked you...
Am I being detained? Am I arrested?
Yes, you are.
Right.
Okay, all you need to do is show us the drone.
My drone's in my bag.
I asked you, you said...
My drone is in my bag. Check my bag.
I was just trying to help out. I know that. But he's made that decision. He's a grown man, and if he wants...
Mate, no, my drone's in my bag. I've told him it's in my bag. He's detaining me and arresting me for a
You
drone.
need to get your details as well, your name and address as well.
What? I was flying it before you actually told me it was an offence. Why is it an offence when I've got a... Are you arresting me? Serious?
Yes, I've just arrested you.
Will you check that bag just to make sure my drone's in there?
Once we've established safety details...
This is... Hey, do you know what? This is an unlawful...
Listen to me, alright?
Yeah.
Stop shouting. Once we've ascertained your details and confirmed who you are, we can look at de-arresting you in relation to...
De-arresting me? I've not committed an offence from the start. I've got a licence and everything.
The officer tries to justify an arrest by citing Article 256 of the Air Navigation Order, a rule designed for drone operations that are genuinely reckless or pose a danger to people or property. But that's where the rationale collapses. The auditor's flight presented no threat at all. He was using a DJI Mini, a sub-250-gram drone flown responsibly, well within legal limits, and far from any emergency activity or restricted zones. Instead of asking basic questions or even checking whether the drone was still airborne, the officers chose to escalate immediately. One female officer even grabbed the controller out of his hands, an action that could have caused a real accident had the drone actually been in flight. The irony is hard to ignore. The only unsafe behavior that day didn't come from the drone, it came from the officers themselves, whose actions created the very risk they claimed to be preventing.
No, You don't arrest people first, mate. That you're doing the wrong thing. The law.
You come with me.
Pardon? It wasn't playing, mate.
Come with me.
Jog on, you muppet. Who's got the controller and the phone?
What did you do?
I need that control and the phone because he's got the evidence, mate.
Right, okay.
I proved to you I weren't flying a drone.
You haven't proved it, you was being awkward.
Mate, you said that I was flying a drone.
Controller is. I can't talk, you're shouting.
I have got handcuffs on and they're hurting, mate.
Have you got his controller? Right.
I do.
We'll take the
So look at that, that's still going as we speak.
Right.
That was from footage before when there was no blocker in the area.
Just search his bag.
Yeah, of course, mate. What was your name, fella?
I'm not telling you my name. I'm not telling you my name. I'm not obliged to because I'm not committed an offence.
It's only
Under UK law, an arrest must rest on clear, reasonable grounds that an actual offence has been committed, not on uncertainty, assumptions, or a desire to find out later. The auditor responds exactly as a responsible operator should, calmly explaining that he has committed no crime and holds the proper certification. Yet none of that mattered. The officers never asked what model of drone he was flying, never checked whether a license was required for it, and never confirmed if any regulation had been breached. Instead, they skipped every foundational step and moved straight to arrest. What unfolded wasn't lawful policing, it was speculation dressed up as authority, a misuse of power built entirely on assumptions rather than verified facts. Their failure to conduct even the most basic checks before escalating the situation reveals far more about the officer's approach than about the auditor's actions.
He's detained me and I'm in handcuffs now.
I've already told you, under the Aviation Act, you are committing offence. You're flying a drone near buildings.
Near buildings.
Without a licence, you can't do that.
I've got a licence. I've got a licence. Am I permitted to give you a licence? Because this area isn't exempt from the CAA.
Where is it?
Eh?
Where's the drone?
It's in the bag. Look through the rest of the bag. Not inside the bag, not that bit.
Sorry guys, can I just ask you to take a couple of steps back for me? Thank you.
No, it's sorry.
Oh, so now Constable is seeing that my drone's in the bag, as it is. It wasn't flying when he pulled me and put me in handcuffs. So now, this is a wrongful arrest. Am I still being detained, Constable? Please let me know soon, because the longer this goes on, the more you will be a civil court matter. Okay. And I will prosecute you.
That's fine.
Personally. You've detained...
If you make complaints to Lancashire Constabulary, mate, by all means do so.
Are you being cocky, Louis?
No, I'm telling you where to make your complaint.
Peace, what's your collar number?
Sergeant 5409.
Sergeant 540. Are you happy with your constable doing what he's done to me?
You'd like to make a complaint?
Are you happy with what your constable's done to me?
Ashley?
Can he let me out of these cuffs?
This moment highlights a subtle yet surprisingly common tactic some officers use to exert pressure without seeming overtly aggressive. The female officer casually asks for the auditor's name, and when he correctly refuses, explaining that he isn't legally obligated to provide it unless committing an offense, she steps back with a seemingly polite, "I was only asking." But that politeness is misleading. The exchange is calculated, designed to make the auditor appear uncooperative simply for asserting his legal rights, all while the officer preserves a veneer of courtesy. In encounters like this, a uniformed request for your name is rarely just casual conversation, it carries an implicit expectation, and the pressure it applies is real, whether the officer openly acknowledges it or not.
You are committing the offence, okay?
How can I commit offence when I wasn't flying?
At the time, you wouldn't tell me whether you was flying or not.
I wasn't committing an offence.
Right, listen to me. At the time, I suspected you was committing the offence.
No, you said I was committing an offence.
Because you wouldn't tell me you had the drone in the bag.
No, I told you I didn't have it.
No, you didn't.
Mate, you've done an unlawful arrest on me today. What's your collar number?
You can have a call at 8512. Okay, listen to me. You're now de-arrested because you're not flying the drone. Should you?
I tried to tell you I wasn't flying a drone.
Should you that drone take off, you will be arrested.
No, I won't. Okay. No, I won't. If I want to fly that,
CCTV are monitoring.
I want to fly that, this is a legal way I can fly this drone. I've got a license.
When the officer finally inspects the auditor's bag and finds the drone inside, it confirms exactly what the auditor had been saying all along: the drone was never airborne. This moment is pivotal. It completely dismantles the foundation of the arrest, which had relied on the claim that the auditor was actively and unlawfully flying a drone. Now, with the drone safely grounded and accounted for, that claim collapses entirely. The evidence is undeniable: there was no flight, no risk to anyone, and no legal breach. Yet instead of stepping back and correcting course, the officer continues as if nothing has changed. But everything has changed. The original justification for arrest no longer exists. This was never enforcement grounded in facts, it was an action built solely on assumption, and now that assumption has been exposed as entirely baseless. The auditor challenges the officers, asking how he could be committing an offense when he wasn't even flying the drone. The exchange becomes tense as the officer insists that at the time he suspected an offense was occurring, despite the auditor repeatedly clarifying that the drone was grounded and safely in his bag. The auditor points out that this misunderstanding led to an unlawful arrest, requesting the officer's call number for accountability. The officer responds with a warning: if the drone were to take off, he would be arrested. The auditor maintains his position, explaining that he holds a proper license and that flying the drone legally under the rules should never have led to this confrontation. The back and forth underscores a fundamental breakdown in procedure, where assumptions, not facts, dictated enforcement. The auditor remains calm and measured, responding exactly as any responsible operator would. He explains that should he choose to fly the drone again, he is fully within his rights to do so, holding a valid license and a clear understanding of all applicable rules.